that indeed he that finds a wife has found a good thing. According to research, 77%. If the home is happy. Consider the safety of children. The safety of children. If you are trusting God to ward off predators outside, don't get married to one. Don't get married to the kind of husband you cannot travel in peace, knowing you have girl children at home. I'm a pastor, I know things. You will be surprised the things that are happening in this world. If now you for ring the bell, end the world since. The kind of things that are happening. Are you listening to me? You marry that type of man, nobody is safe in the house. You can't employ house girl. These days, both boy, girl are not safe. You are not careful. So, since we're talking about business decision, there is something in business called KYC. You know what KYC is? Know your cost of laugh, but here, this one, KYP, know your partner. No, who is this person exactly? Who am I? Don't just go on the date and say, oh, I like your eyebrow. Oh, you like my eyebrow? Me too, I like your nose. Oh, you like my nose? Huh, your view, my view. You they waste time. And the reason this is important is because there is something called the Samson syndrome. Genius is context specific. Just because you are great at work, great in your career, you have built a great company, does not mean you know about love. In fact, there is something about the innocence of growing up in a healthy family that makes you pray for all those wolves who have dated 100 people before they came to talk to you. Be innocent, but don't be naive. There are different people in the dating pool. There are fish and there are sharks. Sharks have dated so many people. They have become so experienced. They can pretend. They can put what you want to see in their bio. Jesus baby. If Jesus baby deal with you. If Jesus baby. You know, someone posted a picture on X like this, half naked, and say, I'm glad to announce I'm now a Playboy model. Thank you, Jesus. I say, Jesus baby, if Jesus baby deal with you, be careful. Oh. And let me tell you something. Samson, you may be strong in other aspects. Do you know it's proven psychologically that when you exert yourself in other areas of excellence, you are using part of your brain that is normally responsible for simple resilience. So you wonder why a lot of people who work hard, you just hear one vice and you're wondering, from where? It's psychologically proven. That after you have fought the Philistines, they couldn't get you with thousands of soldiers. They now sent one girl. She's just rubbing your hair like this. You don't know how foolish you have to be. That you said, tell me the secret of your power. You told her the wrong thing. She tried it. And you still didn't get it. These things, they happen, no? 3 times. If you're not, they will cut your hair. I told you I want to talk today. I know the things I've seen. You can't see red flags. Giant red flag like this. At least 3 times in this pastoring work, I have seen where there is this maybe good, and what I'm saying applies both to male and female, but now I just want to talk about this. I have seen where there's a good guy in church, and you see, ladies who have a lot of experience can be dangerous. It's a bad combo. A lady with great experience and an innocent guy. Some of you know what I'm saying. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. Don't let me talk. They will just, at their time of the month, they will come to your house. I am telling you things that have happened. They will calculate the calendar well. If they want you to marry, if you are not wise, you will marry you. And the same thing for guys with a lot of experience. Let me tell you something. I've discovered guys who have trust issues, sometimes it's because of what they've done to many other people. Even if he has changed, the higher his body count, the less likely he is to trust you. Because he has dealt with so many people. You get what I'm saying? Many of the people he dated had a main boyfriend. So anything you say, I'm going for a work trip, he's triggered, he's traumatized. Be careful. Watch. There are some people also, they pretend to be richer than they are, to trap you, to marry into your wealth. See, let me tell you something. What I'm saying is not exclusive to any gender. There are male gold diggers. It's one of the wonders of the world. I can never understand it as a man, but I've seen it. Hey, men, they forehand. Some men are looking for who will feed them. I can't understand it. There are things I would rather die than do. I'm telling you, I'm not just wired like that. I tell men, no matter how much he's making, there are some things you should do. Don't be a man in the house and you're not the one paying house rent. They are paying the house rent 100%. 100%. You must put your money inside. Give it the best you can afford. In fact, stay in the kind of house you can pay for 100%. If she now says, you know what, I'm doing well, let us move to this kind of house. Still keep the budget you can afford. Keep paying it. I don't know where we they learn these things. How do you feel comfortable sleeping in a house that you did? I'm saying, even $1,000 you didn't put. I've counseled all kinds of men these days. A lady came, said, this my son, 11 years old. This man has never bought singlet for him. Let me tell you something. One of the things I've discovered, guys, you need older guys. You need older guys. There are just some things, experience. Experience. There was someone I was mentoring. He was about to marry into a wealthy family. And, the way he went about it, I said, you form a handle. With all I've been teaching you. So I called one other guy who's doing well that he looks up to too. I said, you know what? Let's help this boy. Bring 250,000. I'll bring 250,000. Let me give him wisdom. So now, because as they were planning the wedding, so will you cover the hall? I don't have money. Okay, we'll cover it. Will you buy drinks? I don't have money. Okay, we'll buy it. Problem don't they start? So they had already paid for many things. I said, come. You want to start this marriage with problem. You want to. You do marriage, they buy your wedding suit. You are not the man in that also. By the time the man says, sit down. You better obey, my friend. That's the breadwinner of the house. That's the real husband. So I gave him money. We gathered money for him. Now, don't do transfer. It's not plenty. Cash. I just give you updates now. Put it in the envelope. 500, not 1K. Let it be fat. I said, go there. Lie prostrate and say, sir, I just want to say, I don't take for granted all that you're paying for. I can't sponsor this wedding, but this is my contribution. Just to say thank you. He said, the first time, that's when the mother said, my son. The mother said, my son. God bless you. Don't worry. The dynamics changed. Follow Uno Rodo. Follow Wood. See, let me tell you something. Every guy here, I don't know why the Lord is moving me to talk like this. You must have older guys. There are just some things. Experience will save your life. Experience will save your life. Sometimes, you just come. You say, she said this, and I said this to her. I say, go back home. Go back home. Correct it. Do like this. In this world, You can't match a woman's energy. She said it to me. I did my own back. If you go out, they will always side the woman. Yeah? Don't worry. We will have men's conference. There's some things I can't say here. Some questions you should ask when you are dating. Some of them you ask directly. Some of them you investigate. But listen, don't decide who to get married to, except at least you have a fair idea of these things. Number one, are your parents together? Listen, if they're not together, I can check your life, check your decisions, check if you have healed from the trauma, and we can move on. But at least let me know what we are handling. There is trauma recovery. But at least let us begin. Make no mistake. Let me tell you something. Anybody that grew up in a broken home, I know it sounds cliche, but there is statistic to prove. Somebody who grew up used to his parents not being there, that person will be dysfunctional in the way the person loves. The person will not even know. When you see someone who says, I don't like my wife always being around, always loving me too much. Do you know there are some people who can't handle that? They can't hold your hand for too long. They can't hug for too long. It's called avoidant attachment. It's a dysfunction. You are so used to love not being there. It's a coping mechanism. These things are statistically proven. And there has to be a deliberate recovery for it. It's been proven scientifically that if you had a dysfunctional way to respond to love, it can be repaired with better relationships. It will only be a matter of time. When you get friendships, when you get used to people, haven't you seen people that you cared for, you wanted to help them, but they were running away? That's why. Some people that you're committed to, you want to help them, they're not used to receiving help. They don't even understand why. It is because of how they grew up. Have you seen people who you can never persuade you love? Always insecure. That also is a dysfunction. It's anxious attachment. These are things research can reveal to you. But in general, what I'm here to tell you is this. The parents, how they handle themselves, it has more impact on the person you want to choose than you realize. If care is not taken, look at the parents. You're looking at your partner's future. Some patterns just find a way to repeat themselves. Sometimes for spiritual reasons, sometimes just for idiosyncratic reasons. The way the family goes about their duties. In the dates, also, I just find a way to ask, have you ever been in a physical fight before? You know I'm not joking, right? Ask, oh. You know, a lady was going somewhere with a guy. So one tricycle just double crossed them. And he was trying to tell the guy, stop. The guy didn't listen, double crossed them and scratched him. And he just came down, gave the guy a headbutt. Bah! See, I begged this girl, no marry this boy. I begged. She didn't hear. So one day, he pounced on her, pressed her neck. You know, so when she came to report to me, don't stress me. You know, I've been telling you. So I take my time to teach these things so that I will know. I told you. Because when he was headbutting someone, you felt, my defender. Sabah. Yahweh Sabah. Boah, have you? He don't go marry Zidane. Now they blow your chest. Bah! I play too much. Zidane is a joke. Oh, one thing I've learned is that our ministry goes far. You know, there was a post I did. One of the UFC stars liked it. So I'm not even joking. For the records, great.